Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. We're back at the movies for another review. This time we're going to be taking another subscriber request. The 1993 Mel Brooks directed Robin Hood Men in Tights. Big fan of Mel Brooks. I know a lot of people, especially, this was the second to last movie he's directed. He hasn't directed anything since 1995's Dracula Dead and Loving It. But I appreciated the movies towards the end of his career. I mean, I appreciated his entire career, but you hear a lot of people who, they love Young Frankenstein, they love Blazing Saddles, and they're great movies. They're hilarious movies, but I don't think movies like Robin Hood Men in Tights get the credit they deserve. They're really funny. I would put them up there. I'm personally not a fan of the ending of Blazing Saddles. But it's still a funny movie, and even much later into his career, I feel like Spaceballs, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and Dracula Dead and Loving It were all three hilarious movies. I mean, so Robin Hood Men in Tights, you have such a funny cast. Cary Elwes as Robin of Locksley, Richard Lewis as Prince John, the late Roger Rees as the Sheriff of Rottingham, Amy Yazbek, who would go on to also star in Dracula Dead and Loving It. You have Dave Chappelle. You have a small role, but still funny, of Isaac Hayes. It's just such a funny movie with a really entertaining cast. And this was well before Dave Chappelle became, an icon. But you really see, you have somebody who you knew was destined for superstardom with Chappelle. And Cary Elwes is fantastic. He's had such an amazing career. He's done, horror movies. He's done action movies. He's done dramas. He's done comedies. And he does them all really well. I don't think the movie gets enough credit. It's your standard Robin Hood movie. You got Robin coming back from the Crusades. And, his family's lost everything. Prince John and the Sheriff of, it's Nottingham, but Rottingham, have, taken his home, and they're ruling with an iron fist. And, unlike other Robin Hoods, it doesn't take itself seriously. It's an enjoyable comedy. And they poke fun at other Robin Hoods. I mean, there's one specific scene where Cary Elwes looks directly into the camera and unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent. And this was actually mocking Kevin Costner's turn as Robin Hood in Prince of Thieves. It's hilarious. It's making fun of other movies. That's what Mel Brooks did so well. Especially, I think, towards the end of his career, where he would take other works that people put on a very high pedestal. Whether it's when he did Dracula Dead and Loving It, he made fun of Bram Stoker's Dracula. With Spaceballs, he's making fun of Star Wars and Star Trek. And this one, he's poking fun at other Robin Hoods that take themselves too seriously. That's what makes his movies so fun. So you have Dave Chappelle, who plays Achoo, and it's a running gag. This is my friend Achoo. God bless you. It's just little things like that make it so entertaining. And even to this day, you watch it, and it's on TV quite often. I find myself, every time it's on, I'm brought into it, and I have to watch it regardless of where in the movie it is. It's just an entertaining comedy. Doesn't take itself seriously, and that's what makes it a really solid Robin Hood movie. I think Robin Hood is just done too seriously for it's been done so many times that doing it with a fresh perspective of a comedy-centric background, it made it work. And, you know, Mel Brooks is just an icon. He's just one of those directors that, you know, he didn't have an extensive career directing movies. He only had, you know, a handful of movies under his belt. I mean, he did The Producers, which was iconic. He did Blazing Saddles. He did Young Frankenstein. He did Spaceballs, Dracula Dead and Loving It, Robin Hood Men in Tights. They're all funny movies in their own right. And like I said, I don't think the last three of his career, Spaceballs, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and Dracula Dead and Loving It, get the credit they deserve. You know, that's my perspective on Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's a simple comedy. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's one of those movies that you can go back and just keep watching, and you're going to enjoy the performances by, like some people, like Yazbek was phenomenal. She's a very underrated actress, and you see that dating back to her early career when she starred opposite of John Ritter, when, you know, before they got married in Problem Child 1 and 2. You know, she had great comedic timing. And Cary Elwes, like I said, is phenomenal. Dave Chappelle, Scene Stealer, Richard Lewis. Look out for a small cameo by Patrick Stewart. It just works. Is it a life-altering comedy? No. Is it a life-altering movie? No. But it's an enjoyable, you can go back and watch it repeatedly, and you're still going to enjoy it type movie. That being said, you know, 7.4, I think, is a very, very solid score for this type of movie, for a parody comedy. That's my review. Robin Hood Men in Tights, 1993, 7.4. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe. I'll see you guys next time at the movies. Take care.